Hello and welcome to Riches in the Soul Summit. I'm Christine Furtado, your host. And with Riches in the Soul Summit, for those of you new and joining us, Riches in the Soul will teach you how to create your empire that is rich in soul, love, and freedom. So today we're doing a special episode, a webinar, which is a bonus to you, our audience and our listeners. And I have my very special guest, the lovely Gurutej. Hello, Gurutej.
Hello, Christina, and everybody watching this. Yes.
Thanks so much. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. So Gurutej is going to be doing a webinar today called I Am Empowered and What Does That Mean? But before we get started, Gurutej, I would love for you to introduce yourself to our listeners, for those of you who might not know who you are.
Oh, that's always so hard for me because my work is really not about me. It's about you, you, the person who is watching this, because the truth of it is if I'm empowered, that's good for me. But if you're empowered and you're empowered and you're empowered, well, then it's good for the world. So I've been teaching consciousness probably longer than a lot of you have been alive. Built spiritual centers all over Canada in the 70s. And really, my whole thing is, number one, if you don't have energy, and I don't mean just enough energy to get by, really juicy, amazing, yummy, fabulous energy, then life just becomes a pain in the ass, doesn't it? It's just we're just dragging dead cows with us everywhere. It's like everything is hard. It's like, a friend of mine said to me today, she said, I was trying to be everything. Her mother was there. Her aunt was there. Her stepson had one of his friends and his girlfriend at their house. They have a big house, but it was like, and she said, I was like being the cook and the lover and the mother and the organizer. And she said, oh my God, I had to start meditating. And I was like, oh, that's what happens to us. Somebody said to me, how do people show up, for your programs? And I said, the back door.
Yeah.
Because they have to. That's the big thing. So, with this election that, affected not just America, but everyone, because America is such an influencer and, literally a holder of energy for the whole world. So this election really put a lot of people into a WTF spin. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Have we gone back to the dark ages? Canada elects Justin Trudeau and we elect, who we elected. So I will not say I did, but I'm just saying it's all about how do we, go through the process of are you kidding me? And, the grief, and then really getting to how do we get empowered? Okay. Yeah. How do we get empowered? So, in my meditation on this, the first thing I did was wrote a poem. And if you want that poem, I'll actually post it on my I Am Empowered page. On Facebook, I started a Facebook group called I Am Empowered. And the intention of it is, how are you nourishing yourself? What are you doing? We don't mean bubble baths. I mean, come on. We're talking about deep nourishment, right? How are you eating? How are you breathing? How are you meditating? How are you exercising? How are you sleeping? How are you waking up? How are you doing something you love every day? And how are you bringing that love into your life, right? So how are you nourishing you? And so much of the time, especially as women, we put ourselves on the side. I will take care of me after, right? Mm-hmm. After I've taken care of, my string of, and then this happens. You're totally out of the picture of your own life.
Yeah.
So first, how are you nourishing you? And then how are we connecting with each other and groups and, so that we can look around and go, oh, I'd like to be doing that. I'd like to be connected into that. There's no you should be joining this group. You should be doing that. It's how do we create a fabric that is of nourished, fierce love. Okay. And that's what I want you to think of. Nourished, fierce love, meaning that
Love
we're
that.
so we can stand up and be present in whatever we need to be present with, to show up, not at protests, but at peace, tests, at, at love fests, at how can we create more love than fear on the planet? And the first place we have to do it is us. So I'll be sharing all sorts of tips on this Facebook group. Please join. It's free. There's nothing there except us creating a community, because a community is so much stronger than one or two people. It always is. And, I do have, my whole thing, if you look on my site, it's all about energy and empowerment. That's what I'm about. And that's what I'm about for you, because that's the most important thing. And, Christina, with this whole beautiful summit that she did, is all about, soul first, right? How do you feed the essence of you so that you can come forward in your life truly as a human being, a light? How do you show up and you're the light of the party? Not just the life of the party, but the light of the party, the light of a situation, the energy of you. How does that come forth? And you can't fake it. I remember one time, this makeup line, it was like minerals, and it will make your face glow so that you look like you have energy. And I'm like, screw that, you don't really have energy, right? Not just look like you do. It's like, you can only fake it for so long, right? And you can tell, you can look at people's eyes and you can see, is there a light in the eyes? It doesn't matter if they have makeup on or they don't. Is there a light? When you're around them, do you feel more alive and more whole and more connected to you? And are you happy to be around them? Do you want to be around them? I want you to be that person that people want to be around, because you have energy and you are empowered. And I really want to create this community. And so however I can support you, or Christina can support you, she's going to join it. I'm going to make her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just going to say, we'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, the link on the site,
sure,
because
absolutely.
it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about how do we come together and share empowerment tips and share how we're going out into the world and what we're linking to. Immediately after the election, I started giving money to NARLA. I showed up at a peace march. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what are we doing so people can go, ooh, I'd like to do that. I'd like to know more about that. I'd like to, sign things so that we can keep our food organic and not let Monsanto take over the world. So all of these things that, we want to be able to look. My teacher said something. He said, women, when you act, you have to look at how this will affect you 2 weeks down the line, 6 months down the line, 2 years, and 50 years. So how are we affecting our children and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren and those of the people around us? Because it's not just about our children, it's about our children. When I used to teach at this high school, I used to teach yoga every week to them, and I taught them on overwhelm and betrayal and anger and overwhelm and things that they were really like they would clap when I came in, because they knew I was talking to them, not at them or down to them, that I was giving them relevant things for them. But I have to tell you, it was like I would say to them when I came in, you are the future. That's why I'm here, because you are the future. So how do we feed ourselves so that we can actually come into the world and be the future? So that's why I am empowered, right?
Oh, I love that.
So if I am empowered and you join and you are empowered and Christina joins and she's empowered and, Alana and whoever else it is join and we all link up, then the world cannot stand up to women linking and being empowered in fierce love. It can't.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Well, I love what you talk about the community. I feel that it's community is everything, and I love what you that you're even doing this and creating the Facebook group for us to join together and join forces, and I'll be there. And I will also be putting this video within our Facebook group as well, which is for the summit, but also it happens to be my Facebook group as well, and have them join the
Good.
ones from our Facebook group too.
Yeah, you know, my YouTube channel, because it's not about one or two people.
Yes.
It's the force. It's the 100th monkey, you know,
Yes.
syndrome, except that we are the 100th goddess syndrome. You know, we are the vibratory frequency. Do you know there's not even a word warrioress? There's warrior, but there's, when I put it in, there's like, spell check is like, no. Yes.
I like that, warriors. I love that. And how would you spell that?
Same, it's WARRIORESS, warrioress.
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and what about, you know, when it's like we have all these words that are so male, you know, that it's like we say manifesting. I don't say manifesting, I say woman-festing.
I love that.
Be that. I mean, when we are talking to women, don't tell them to manifest. Like, really? Come on, let's do this together.
I like that. I love that. And I love the fact of all of us coming together and collaborating, like even cross groups. And that's what it's all about for me personally. And I love that you mentioned that, because even our Facebook group, that's what it's all about, is inspiration and supporting each other and helping each other in our own lives and our businesses and everything. You know, there's a lot of, so I mean, all our experts together really are collaborating, even us together, and then our own groups together. So I just love that. And I love how you talk about like light and energy and love and nourishing ourselves, which really goes hand in hand as well with the summit. And that's what like the summit is about for all of us and for me. We all want to build this empire, but it's, you know, we want to do it from the ground up and have a good foundation. And it really starts with our inner beauty and our soul, and making sure that it's wrapped with love and the freedom as well. Because, you know, getting there with the money, you know, it's just like the celebrities, just because you have the money, if you don't have the happiness and the feeling good about yourself and your life, then that means absolutely nothing, right? So,
I
love that you mentioned that. What's that?
I have taught a lot of celebrities, and I can
Yes,
tell you.
I know you mentioned that. So I'm sure you've seen the the inside out.
Yes, you want to be the celebrity of your life so you can celebrate everybody else's life.
Absolutely.
And working together is, you know, it's not about if Christina succeeds, I succeed. If you succeed, I succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. It's how we do this together. So that's the consciousness of I am empowered.
I love that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us and sharing your group with us. Let's all collaborate together and make changes and nourish our souls and move forward together. I'm with you.
Be that fierce love.
Yes, I love that too. Fierce love. Did you want to share anything else?
Oh, you can go onto my site if you haven't already, gurutej.com, and I'm sure Christina will have it there, and claim a free gift and just stay connected, you know, to me. But jump on that I am empowered so we can be there together, and comment and say things and, you know, share what you're doing, because it's not just about me going blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Here's something. It's about we.
Yes.
We. Come on.
And I love what you say about that too, because it really makes a difference when everybody's, it's not even just about liking, it's about commenting, because when you're commenting, everybody's participating. And and then the thing is, share what you're going through, or share some great experience, or even things that are not so great, because that is what
I get through this challenge. Challenge. And people will give you input, and then you get to choose, not get overwhelmed. Choose the one thing that goes, oh, I should do that. Yes, I know I should. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for taking the time out and doing this bonus webinar for us. I really appreciate it. So I will put the link for your Facebook group as well as your where they can reach you at gurutej.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So I will do that. And feel free to our audience to still join Riches in the Soul Summit if you haven't already. You'll still be able to access that. And if you would like to connect with myself, feel free to do that at christinefurtadoenterprises.com. And I'll put all of that in the description below. Please connect with us. Please collaborate. And let's get empowered. And let's change some lives. And connect together. That's what it's all about. So thank you again, Gurutej, and we'll see you all in the next video.